So we actually saw, like, we've definitely seen a good amount of R.O.B versus various characters, but we actually saw this matchup earlier. I think it was Gmoney against Average Joe earlier was what the matchup was. So should be relatively interesting to see what Zephyr does a little bit differently. What we saw there, but we'll just have to wait and see.
All right, going into this Battlefield first game. Starting on the back arrow, good conversions. 36% combo right off the bat. Good stuff.
How much can Gmoney get back in exchange? About back most of it in the first exchange, but yeah.
Down throw out there. I got another one. And Zephyr already having level 3.
Yeah, which will definitely help. This will definitely help in a few ways, not just recovery, but and maybe tacking on some damage or even kill at the end. But now these trades are just. Zephyr's just overall been a little bit in favor with each trade that's been going on, but.
Ooh. All right. Zephyr playing very low there. He's calling him out, making a great play to take that stack.
Yep. And one thing that's definitely true for R.O.B is that although it's relatively difficult, well, not difficult for him, he definitely needs to get this sooner than later, but it's not impossible for him to get it, honestly, in the next throw, especially if he gets a grab in a platform and can go up for a beat up there.
He needs to calm down right now.
I don't know why he went for a finishing touch, but he's got enough of a lead where he's up a stock. Where, I mean, he wants you, he can. He wants you to put it out.
I mean, and then here's where we can see just Average Joe. I'm assuming he obviously hasn't been playing as long as Zephyr. And we can see the experience between this clown right here.
You know, but they're both, like, either way, it's going good. But, and there's a dare.
And then 2 stocks. Relentless by Zephyr. He's been showing off this time. I mean, he hasn't been placing as well as he's been wanting to in the past few weeks. He told me, like, he's like, yeah, I'm going to try and take it all. He's really going to try and take it all this time.
And I can see it. So, I wonder where Gmoney's going to mix it up. I believe when he played Average Joe earlier, most of the games were on Battlefield. I am curious if, based off of Game 1, if he's going to try it again or if he's going to mix it up and go somewhere else for Game 2. I honestly would like to see him maybe mix it up to the stage with a little bit of a high, like just a general larger stage or something where it is a lot easier for R.O.B to edge guard. I know it isn't something he's been focusing on a lot, at least in the first game or what he was trying, but I feel like something where he can get more gimps to make up for the fact that he's died relatively early to Zephyr both stops.
So maybe Dreamland would sound like a good pick.
Maybe, but it looks, I mean,
either way,
Smashville will be adequate. Just a question of what can he do to make this up, and he's already started off far. Actually, much better than he did.
Like a 180 right now.
True. Maybe it was just going back towards comfort, but he's doing.
Oh, trying to get that falling up there and a down smash, but it doesn't connect.
It's all good. He's still got a relatively decent lead. Zephyr's pretty close to kill percent. He's just got to keep him out a little bit more, but Zephyr doesn't look like he's giving him even the time of day to get to start setting.
That's what I'm about to say. Like, he's been all over him. He doesn't give him time to use them. Because Gyro is honestly his main zoning twist. And he hasn't given him time to charge that at all.
So the scary thing about that last side B is I'm almost positive with Rage it might have killed him if it wasn't for if he had hit him with the whole thing just because of Rage. But we'll just beat.
Ooh. That's gonna take this. Yep, I will take it.
True.
That Rage after. I think he meant to pick it up. Yeah. It's an easy 29% there. Down throw it out there. The deep boot. But now, he's here. Zeph's gonna have to try and find this kill.
Yeah, what shouldn't be too hard for Cloud. It's just a scary thing with he's got to be careful just because of beat boot of how long it takes him to get this kill, and better yet, how much percentage he's taken when this is all good and done.
Yeah.
Because one thing that will be a concern. Oh, well, that's fine either way. But one thing that is going to be a concern is if he's already in beat boot percent by the time the stock is done. Which,
and rage, making it like, I think it's about beat percent with the rage if he gets a good down throw.
if he gets that neutral B won't quite do it. But yeah, no, if he gets caught like around a platform or a little higher than that, now he's dead. Yeah. That was a good fair. I'm
Right
pretty
now,
sure
R.O.B showing he's a heavy, living at 160.
Yeah.
Is up throw going to take it?
Nah,
not yet.
Most of Cloud's throws aren't really kill throws until late.
This one will, because that platform I'm pretty sure elbing there.
Yeah, that was a very risky from Zephyr, because obviously if Gmoney had turned that,
Great match.
Yep. They're both doing relatively well. It's just a matter. Now the question is, can Zephyr bring this back? He has rage on his side, but there's also a lot of things. While he has rage, a single beat boop will send this in a game for him. So it's just a matter of Zephyr taking this opportunities to get in as best he can.
I'm not sure he can really get a beat boop now, but it's something more like,
that's it.
I was gonna say look like more like an up throw situation, but any of
no, that would have done it too. But
yeah.
Anyway, that down smash was pretty solid. Never going into game 3. Curious as to where Zephyr's gonna go.
I feel like he might go back to Battlefield.
I don't think Gmoney will let him even without Dave's stupid rules. So, I could see maybe Town and City or Dreamland because they're the same thing, and he
Yeah, I
doesn't
was
have
going
to
to
win.
say they're the same thing. But those low ceilings help Cloud get those earlier kills with up airs or possibly finishing touch.
Yeah. Something that in a world of where both of those are unavailable due to bans, maybe Lilat, just simply because, I mean, the platforms are there. They're relatively, Cloud can easily go through them. And it's relatively smaller, so it'll help him in terms of getting the kills earlier. But that's just something, it's just going to be interesting. I think they're still figuring things out and thinking a little bit between, or maybe even there's going to be a character switch. We're not sure, it's taking a little bit.
I think Zephyr really thinking about this counter pick. Maybe he's even thinking about switching because he does have a core and he does have a little neck. He started off with a little neck.
That's true. Oh,
but
and he's going FD. Which, I can see it.
If he can stuff him, this can go in his favor. But if Gmoney can keep him out like they have in last game, then
I mean,
Zeph's going to have some trouble.
Yeah, because I mean, I am a little concerned just based on how close this is to Smash Bros. And how game 2 went. But he's definitely turned it around and turned it up for this game. But one thing that I'm noticing in this game as well as game 1 that went a lot better from game 2 is that Zephyr, like game 2 happened just because Zephyr wasn't quite quick enough on either stopping the combos or letting Gmoney set up his walls, but he's back to keeping them in check. So, but game's pretty much even up at this point.
Playing very patient, trying not to overextend or anything at all. Zephyr overall is a very patient player, though. So seeing him going in, the first strategy he had was very, like, surprised to see that.
I mean, it might just depend on the matchup. Like, because I mean, there are definitely ways that I see other like Zephyr and others play that is obviously different because you have to do certain different things with against R.O.B or Rosalina or anything like that in comparison to what you do against smaller characters or speedier characters. So this could do it if he doesn't. Oh, he managed just to air dodge through it. So we're still good for that first stop. But very quietly, Gmoney's managed to bring this back to where they're both at risk of. Well, they're both at kill percent.
One thing Zeph does not want to do because Gmoney can.
Ooh. There's that gyro setup.
Gyro setup. I was going to say Gmoney can stay on the shield because really not really threatened by a grab. Kill, but Zeph is at those high percents.
True. I think it's a mix of he shouldn't, but he kind of has to take it slow. There he goes. That's a good up air to make sure. And then this is last stock. 0% last stock. Let's see who ends up finishing it up. So something that's interesting for Zephyr right now, though it could hurt him a little bit in terms of landing, is that he is in fact in charge of the gyro. He just threw it up, and it's actually pretty good because even for, he's just going to keep on throwing it up like that just so it's longer and longer until it's decent. Gyro's gone, Rob has it, and now he's threw it out, but now Gmoney's bringing it back.
Throwing himself in, I don't care. I'm trying to make sure you don't have this too.
Sure, which honestly it's a good strategy, but in a way that's what's cost him pretty much all the percent he's taken to stop. But and a couple up airs and working. This game 3 has been 100% pretty much even. I mean, all games 1 and 2 were pretty dominant from either side, and this one is just down to the wire so far. But
So he's trying to go for either a limit break or
is that
side
it?
B is
That's
going
it.
to take it.
Good stuff to Zephyr, and that was incredibly close.
Advancing to losers finals.
Yep. So I believe it's Zephyr versus Viceroy, which is another